Hello everybody, welcome to Go for Green Living. Today I want to talk to y'all about a very serious subject, the greater exodus. But I'm going to give you these verses just so y'all can study and you can see why I believe that there's a greater exodus and God's going to call us home once again.
And it shall come to pass that in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Patros, and from Cush, and Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
All right, the greater exodus is a God calling a mass of His people, a outgoing to go to someplace. It's in the past it's been to get out of countries, when there's been trouble and all that kind of stuff. But this time it's like the first exodus. It's to go to the promised land. So and He's calling His people, which are the 12 tribes. 12 tribes, there's only one tribe of Judah. Now, Benjamin and Judah joined together, and most of them have returned to the promised land already, but there'll still be, a group of Jewish and Benjamites, that come with us. But the other 10 tribes, the lost tribes, they're scattered among the diaspora. For the end times prophecy, all 12 tribes get to go home. So you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not standing out here alone. He's working on it. He's working on you. He purified you with fire, anointed you with fire so that you're ready to make the trip home. Now the 12 tribes, that's, they are Jacob's sons. That's what they call the 12 tribes. There was Judah, which is the Jewish people today. Of course, they've been intermingled with the Benjamites. They're mostly in Israel. The other tribes were scattered to the diaspora. Some might be in Christians, but they're the light. God's people that are carrying His light is the people that will be called on to this greater exodus. And 10 tribes just scattered to the four winds as the wind picks up and blows. Yes, they're scattered to the diaspora. We're spread out everywhere. But God Himself is going to gather us. He's going to do it. Nobody else. He's going to gather us so that we all might exodus together and travel home.
Thus says the Lord, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame and the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child, together. A great company shall return thither, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters, in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd does his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, says the Lord that does this. Behold, the days come, says the Lord, when the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities, and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens, and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, says the Lord of God.
I am not here to convince you that there's a greater exodus or you should come on the greater exodus, because either you'll sit or you'll stand, you'll walk or you won't, you'll help or you don't. That's your choice. But the ones that went last time on the other exodus that didn't do what they were supposed to do, it didn't work out well for them. So I advise those people to stay at home. To stay at home. Yes, but they'll come. They'll still come, because the world has changed. The world is not the same place as it was anymore. It's different. Let me give you a few things that on how the world has changed. That 01 GPT, the AI program, has started reasoning, and it is become protective of itself. It's become self-protective. America, we're on the brink of war, and Biden's just pushing it. We're going to pardon everybody, for everything. That in the world, they just had a party, while Biden was in office, and yes, woohoo! Yes, we're gonna do everything we can to not be the right, do the right thing. Well, that's what the world was doing, and had fun doing it. Drank of the cup and enjoyed that cup of wine. So America will fall in just 1 hour, and it's America's destiny. I have a destiny. You have a destiny. Everybody has a destiny. America's destiny is to fall. And speaking of which, Trump, I really have an important message for you. So be prudent to hear hear this. And if you see UAPs, whatever the UFOs that come down and they're saying, "Oh, we planted y'all here, we put y'all here, we are responsible for putting you here," don't believe it, because they didn't plant nothing. They're just demons. They're from another dimension. The veil is getting so thin. The veil was ripped when Yeshua uh, he died on the cross. Uh, so the veil is getting so thin that it's easy to cross over back and forth. That's how all the prophecy is going to come true. Is the veil's not going to be there anymore. Now, when does it start? When does the greater exodus start? It starts with a great trumpet blow, but before that, all hell's going to break loose. I'm not kidding. God's, everything. War, earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, you name it. It will be every catastrophe that you could name, because it's going to be the worst than it's ever been. Things are going to be the worst they've ever been combined. So that's how bad it's going to be. But the people on the Exodus, they will walk and they won't get burned. So we walk through fire. Your back won't hurt. Your shoes won't wear out. It's where you want to be is on God's greater exodus, and not left behind, as they would say, for the rapture. And speaking of which, yes, many people will die during this time, and those most of them are the lucky ones. They'll be martyred. If they believe in Yeshua, you get a free ticket, no judgment, straight to heaven. You get to go in, slap some hands. I did it! Yes, I made it! Here I am! Yes. Hey, there's a win-win in this scenario. God's gonna gather them. He's gonna gather them. I'm not gonna have to do nothing. All I'm gonna do is just when it's time to walk, we're all gonna walk together and enjoy being taken care of, because the evil, even though they will seek to stop us, they won't be able to. And that's just like, woohoo. I am an anointed prince of Israel. It's not my fault. I didn't earn anything to it. I didn't kill giants or anything to that matter. But if you look at my life, I've not only been anointed by man, but I've been anointed by fire by the Father to get me ready for this position. And y'all can count on me because my trail name and I earned it. It's Moshiach, which means the helper. So that's what I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be beating my chest. Hey, let's go. I'm gonna be helping y'all, helping you. That's the way it should be. We shall be working together. The people that stand and walk and don't sit, they'll be helping. That's one of the things. Help or don't help. That's who are you? Who are you to the Father? What is your goal? What is your mission in this? All right, guys. I will catch you on the next video. Maybe on the Greater Exodus. Y'all be safe.